It's Dims, and today we're diving into a deep look at one of the most powerful color grading tools for all filmmakers, Dehancer Pro for Adobe Premiere Pro. If you want to get that vintage film look towards your footage, this is the video for you. Before we get into the intricacies, my name is Dims, and if you're new here, my content is all about photography, filmmaking, and posting cinematic lifestyle vlogs. Pretty much anything creative. And I post every single week. I don't miss a beat, and if you don't want to miss any of the weekly uploads, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. Traditional film is very different from modern day digital film. It's quite expensive too. One roll of film for 16 millimeters, that's about 50 feet long, could be about $50 to $60, and that's only about 3 minutes of film time. And it's not like digital film where you can just go back, delete, and have more space in your SD card. No. Once you use the film, that's it. It's one and done. It's very exciting, it's very unique, but there isn't a whole lot of room for error. You have to either really just be having fun or really know what you're doing. So there's so many features within the Dehancer Pro plugin. Once you fully install it, it's easily integrated within Adobe Premiere. You just go to the effects column and type in film emulation. You see Dehancer Pro right there, and you drag it on top of the clip. I put it on my adjustment layer just because if there's a sequence of clips that have similar lighting and similar conditions, I can just drag it on top and then individually go to the clips and do whatever like little adjustments need to be done. So that's why I prefer doing it on the adjustment layer rather than the actual clip. And there are so many different features. The first thing you need to do is go to input and click choose camera at source. I go to Sony A7 IV, S-Log 3, S-Gamut 3 Cine. That's the features in which I shoot my camera on. Gives you the most flexibility when color grading in post. And boom, already with that alone, it looks a lot better. There's so many to choose from. Whatever look you kind of want to go for is all right there. I kind of like the Kodak Portras, and I like the Fuji films. These are pretty cool. Of course, you can play around with it to your discretion, to your liking. With just my everyday regular footage, I'd much rather have my LUTs that I color grade with, and I don't really like the film emulation, that film look with it. But for the lights like this, it's so nostalgic, beautiful. This is with halation. You can see that nice glow. This is with it on, this is with it off, this is with it on. So halation is a great feature, honestly. Halation really just accentuates the lights, and I feel like Bloom does the same thing. It just adds it a little bit more. It's like very subtle, but like look at this right here. Like look at these. The lights are just being accentuated out. Beautiful, honestly. So nostalgic. I think halation and bloom are the most effective features on the whole Dehancer Pro. When you have like a nice maybe arcade, or you go to like a nice scenic place with a lot of different lights and colors, great to color grade, great to add halation, great to add bloom. It accentuates the lights and it gives it that nostalgic feel, like you're back in like the 80s or 90s. I don't even know when. Like, it's that vintage look, I guess. I don't really know what era it's from, but it's not really from this era. Everything is just so clean cut and kind of boring. It doesn't have so much flavor, but it adds a lot of flavor to these lights, and it's honestly beautiful. Those are the most used features for me. Everything else you can use to your discretion, to your liking, to get that look that you're actually going for. Vignette is a very popular one too. What's crazy is I'm not very ecstatic or very stoked about the whole film look. That's just not my thing. However, the bloom and halation features, adding that nostalgic vintage feel to my footage, has been a great help for me in my workflow. If you're great with editing, then you're gonna really love how customizable Dehancer Pro really is. You can fine tune everything from their film stock to the exact type of grain that you want. You have really great control over your entire footage. I've tested Dehancer Pro on a lot of footage, a lot of different types of settings, different types of sceneries, and it's held up pretty well in most circumstances, even high-res 4K files. So I don't feel like anyone would have a big problem adding it towards their projects. The only real downside would be that it might take quite a bit for you to actually learn the complete settings because there are so many, but you're gonna find what you want out of it for sure. Also, the price might be quite steep if you are a beginner. I am an affiliate of Dehancer and I got this plugin completely for free. I'm not getting paid. This is not a paid sponsored ad to say good things about Dehancer. I'm being completely transparent with you. So that is my honest and humble opinion. Although I'm not really a big fan of film vintage-like footage, I am still quite impressed about how well it gets it done so seamlessly. All you do is choose your camera, click whatever profile that you like, and there's so many to choose from, maybe like 100, and boom, it's done. Like, I didn't add a lot, I didn't even grade it. You saw, just plug and play, very simple. Tweak the features of the contrast and saturation and the levels of whatever feature that you choose to use, and it's done. It's pretty simple. Dehancer Pro is definitely beginner friendly, but once you want to get into the more intricacies of things, then yes, it can be quite complicated and difficult. You can use my code DIMZZ DIMS for any of the products on the entire website of Dehancer. I'll drop a link in the description. I'm here every single week. I don't miss a beat. If you don't want to miss a weekly upload, smash that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, I'm not talking to you. But if you're not subscribed, I'm talking to you. Turn post notifications on, like, comment, share, do all that jazz. You feel me? And I'm off this. Until next time, peace and blessings.